Really good lecture notes. Hey everybody, I'm David Crisaro, host and creator of Time to Be Awesome. This is the 15th episode of Time to Be Awesome, and I want to thank everybody very much for watching and supporting this show. You know, there's a lot of really great websites out there for magic on the internet, and there's also a lot of less than great websites out there. I wanted to take a second right now and talk about two of my favorite websites out there when it comes to magic and information on the internet. The first is the website by my good friend Mayor Yedid, mymagic.com. If you're looking for updated news and information about stuff that's happening in the magic community and magic on television, you can't beat it, mymagic.com. In addition, there's another website out there that I trust called magicnewswire.com by Dot Vickers. Over there, not only do you get some of the latest news and information, but they also have podcasts with some of the hottest magic celebrities right now. So, if you're looking for websites out there that you can trust, check out mymagic.com and magicnewswire.com. Hopefully, everybody's been enjoying all my episodes of Time to Be Awesome. In fact, if you have, make sure to rate each episode. You'll see a couple stars in the bottom left corner just below the screen, just below the video each episode. Just click on the stars right there. Let me know if you enjoy them. And also there's a comment section. Make sure to leave comments so I know what I can do to make Time to Be Awesome better for you. We have a lot of great interviews coming up over the next couple of months, so I hope everybody enjoys it. Let's go check out this week's episode, an interview with Josh Jay. Thanks, everybody. Hey everybody, I'm David Crisaro, and it's Time to Be Awesome. We are here in Parsippany, New Jersey right now, and I just watched probably one of the best lectures I've seen in a long time by Josh Jay. Josh, thanks for coming on.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. Now, a lot of people, normally I start off his episodes and I'll tell you guys where you probably know my guest from. But let's be honest, between the lectures that you've done, the shows you performed, the DVDs you have out, the column in Magic Magazine, if you don't know who Josh Jay is, you're probably living under a rock right now. Josh, thanks for coming on. Can you tell me a little bit, I just mentioned a whole bunch of things there. Your column, where people submit tons of material for you from Magic Magazine, your own lectures, your own material, plus the own research that I'm sure you do out there in the magic community. You must have so much magic in your head. How do you keep that all organized or sane?
I don't. The truth is, I forget as much magic as anybody, or maybe more so than the average magician. It's hard to keep everything in your head. Mm-hmm. One thing that I've started to do is I keep a master notebook. People who have read the things I write know that I keep this massive notebook that is typewritten, and then I handwrite in the margins, and when the handwriting becomes overbearing, I enter it in and I have this new type thing. And in that I have a section of tricks I like. And these don't have to be original, these don't have to be tricks that I've invented, they're just tricks I don't want to forget. And I write them down, and I try and write down every detail either that I've added, or the presentation, or whatever it is that makes it unique.
Tricks that Josh Jay wants for his own performance, or just for the column?
It could just be a trick I saw that I like. Anything I don't want to forget, I try and write down.
Okay.
But the truth is, a lot of people have this sort of David Devant attitude of, well, I only know 8 tricks, but I know them well. But, there is something to be said for having depth as a magician. And in this day and age of DVDs and everything handed to us on a plate, you find a lot of magicians who are better, I suppose, than they would have been 20 years ago or 30 years ago when the information was more scarce. But they don't have depth. It's so wonderful that I know I can do a control whether I'm surrounded, whether that I have people sitting down or standing up, whether I have a table or not. I know I have the right control for that environment. I know that I've got a palm, whether I'm going from the top or the middle or the bottom, whereas most people just learn the palm, and it comes from here and it's like this. So having that sort of depth is really helpful. Having tricks that are perfect for a situation where there's 12 people seated versus that same trick, but to do it 12 people standing without a table. That sort of depth only comes from being a true student of magic and learning everything you can get your hands on. So, it excites me that I know and unfortunately forget a lot of magic tricks.
When it comes to the magic that you get for the column in Magic Magazine to talk about tricks,
I'm sure you get tons and tons of submissions.
Tons.
What do you look for? Like if somebody out there says, "Oh, I got a cool trick. I wonder if Josh would be interested in it." What do you look for? Do you look for a clear write-up? Do you look for something visual, something unique, something variation?
Well, yeah, there are two answers to that question. The first one is, you know it when you see it, right? I mean, there's things that and it's not so hard to define. I mean, I can just tell when a trick is performance ready. I can tell when a pro is showing me something that he's worked out and sort of come to through honing and through problem solving versus somebody who stumbled across an idea they thought was good and threw together a video. So there's that gut feeling. But what I'm looking for specifically is anything that moves a plot forward, either trick-wise, as far as method is concerned, presentationally, if somebody's doing the same trick, but they found a great presentation for it, like in the blind trick I did tonight.
Right.
Where we take a mathematical trick and give it a presentation that all of a sudden makes it make sense. Or if there's something that they've simplified, if they're doing a gaff trick but without gaffs, if they've made a difficult trick really easy, and they move it forward in that direction. So any kind of forward progress. What I get a lot of is people saying, I do it differently. Well, okay, but how have you made it better? Well, I wouldn't say it's better, but I end with a royal flush instead of 4 aces. You know,
Thank you.
I'm getting a lot more submissions these days, which is great, but unfortunately it must be said that the quality of these submissions is if anything, a little worse than it was before.
So if somebody out there has something, they should stop and say to themselves, is this different, or is this forward-thinking presentationally, methodologically, or simplifying it in a way like that?
And I mean, the other thing is people submit an hour's worth of stuff. I have guys that are like regular submitters, and they submit 10 tricks every 2 weeks. I wish it were possible to come up with that many great tricks in that short time. I mean, my advice to you would be, if you think you have something ready, pick the A+ best thing that you've got, and let's look at that first, and then go from there.
Okay. Now, when you talk about A+ best material, you just launched a couple months ago a website called VanishingInkMagic.com.
Yes.
Which, if you haven't been to it yet, check it out. We'll flash it up on the screen right now. But VanishingInkMagic.com, where it's not one of these sites that's got 80 different ebooks and 75 different downloads. There's a select group of A+ material from magicians all over the world, most of which I had never heard of till I'd been to your website, that are just A+ at their thing. There's one guy who's A+ at the top palm and does incredible things with that. And A+, I mean, it's a very cool website to go to, because it's not the whole bucket. It's really just, you want to download that's killer and that you're going to use and that you're going to learn a lot from, check that out. Is that where that came from, why you put up Vanishing Ink Magic?
Yeah, I mean,
you want that?
You play to your strengths, and the advantage that I've got is that I'm traveling a lot. I'm doing lectures and conventions and shows in weird corners of the world. I'm going to South America 2 or 3 times.
Parsippany, New Jersey.
Yeah. It's bizarre here. It's a jungle outside. I can't believe it.
Everybody likes Bon Jovi. Go ahead.
So yeah, but and that's true. Everybody does like Bon Jovi. But anyway, yeah. So I travel a lot. South America a couple of times a year. Europe 5 or 6 times a year. Asia once a year or so. So I'm getting to see magicians who are totally off the radar. Magicians who, even if they wanted to, couldn't get a DVD series made by one of the major outlets. People that have no way of knowing where their stuff should be. And these people should be seen. So that's what's made Talk About Tricks so exciting, I think, for people, is that they see it.
New people.
My column has never been about big names. I have rejected tricks from people with big names and accepted some, but it's always about the trick. So Vanishing Ink was our opportunity. My partner is Andy Gladden, one of my great friends, and we basically are able to bring to the forefront people that others haven't seen before, and we're able to help our friends out and launch them. It's also a way, we haven't done this yet, but we will be launching my stuff with complete creative control. You know, if I give a trick to somebody and have them produce it and market it, sometimes something gets lost in the shuffle or something's not made to the specifications, but now we can control every aspect of it.
So we're going to soon start to see more Josh Jay material.
You will.
That's totally Josh Jay, produced, directed, everything.
We have a lot of cool stuff. We have the John Allen book coming out very soon. It's written by John Lovett. We commissioned him to write. It's all parlor material. You don't see many books on parlor magic. That's coming. Rune Clan book on deck. Tyler Wilson book on deck. So we've got Prevaricator DVD. This is the mentalist Patrick Redford, who does the lying truth teller thing. For the first time ever, that's going to be released on DVD. So we got a lot of exciting things that we're brewing, and hope people check it out.
And it's going to be updated constantly, or
every week?
Every week is something new.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of Josh's time because Josh was, where were you over the last couple of weeks? Japan?
I just got back from South Africa, Japan, Austria, and England.
And then he landed, and then New Jersey. So I'm not going to take up too much of his time, but I want to thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Really think about what Josh is saying. If you got some material you think might be good for the Talking About Tricks column or for some of the other things that he does, really look for that A+ material that's only going to really move magic forward. Check out Josh's website. Check out VanishingInkMagic.com. It's really cool. There is really A+ stuff there, stuff that you're going to use, stuff that will make you a better magician.
Hey,
so
thanks,
I appreciate it.
Thanks very much. This is very cool.
This is Josh Jay, everybody. My name's David Crisaro. Now, go be awesome. Thanks for coming on. Thank you.
Josh,